Welcome to the Unpacking It podcast with Bryce Johnson. It's a show that unpacks sports, faith, and life with intriguing guests from the sports and entertainment world. Enjoy inspiring conversations and thought-provoking interviews. You'll hear stories from people that will inspire, challenge, and encourage you. Now, from the Unpacking It studios in Charlotte, North Carolina, uniting sports fans everywhere, here is Bryce Johnson.
And joining us now is Derrick Nnadi, a defensive tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs. He played in college at Florida State and was taken in the third round of the 2018 NFL Draft. During his rookie season, he started 11 games in the regular season and both playoff games. He was born and raised in Virginia and is of Nigerian descent. He is also the youngest of 7 siblings. He joins us to unpack football, faith, and life. Derrick, thanks so much for joining us on Unpacking It. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. Doing pretty well.
All right. Well, of course, the Chiefs are in the middle of OTAs. So how have they been for you personally, and how you feeling about the team?
Well, personally, I've been pretty much. I feel like I've been doing pretty great. There's a lot of big adjustments defensive wise. We got a whole different defensive scheme, and I feel like everybody's adjusting to it very well. Overall, I feel like the whole team's really spot on. Like we're not even missing. It's like we're still in the regular season in a sense.
Okay, so you guys are picking up from a really successful season last year and went deep into the playoffs. And so what was kind of the mindset heading into the offseason and now getting everybody back together to gear up to make another run?
It's kind of pretty straightforward. It's just really just pick up where we left off, correct any mistakes we had during the season. Like, literally critique anything that we can critique when it comes to just any blemishes we have, and just keep it rolling. And just really act as a collaborator of men where you really gotta do your part, pretty much. You gotta be very accountable and dependable for things you gotta do.
Absolutely. Derrick Nnadi, our guest right now on Unpacking It, defensive tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs. And so you're heading into year number 2. So how different is your mindset, perspective, and just kind of your approach compared to this time last year when you were a rookie?
Well, last year I was still learning, still trying to adjust the whole NFL lifestyle when it's just practice-wise. First coming in, everything was really, really fast to me, and so it took me a little bit of a while to really get used to it. Now that I've gone through a year in the NFL, I feel like things are slowing down a little bit for me. Everything's really adjusting a lot quicker for me. And this year, I've had more confidence in my game.
Interesting. Yeah. What all led to having more confidence?
I mean, it just came to just pretty much reps, from mental reps and physical reps, just from the games I played, the practices I've been through.
That's awesome. So what kind of advice do you have maybe for this year's rookies, or was there something that you wish you knew heading into your first year?
One, study the playbook as fast as you can. Really listen to the advice that the vets give you, because they're not going to sugarcoat anything. They've all been through the same process, so they know what they're talking about. Be coachable. That's number one. Be coachable, because no one knows everything. So the more you learn, the more you can adapt to any other type of changes. That's
good advice just for life. Derrick Nnadi, our guest right now on Unpacking It. Be coachable, be teachable. That's really good stuff. So, of course, you're playing on the defensive side of the ball, and you're going up against Patrick Mahomes in practice, who last year, of course, had just an incredible season and really burst onto the scene. And so what makes him so tough to slow down as a defender, as someone who sees him every day?
It is like he studies the game very, very well. For one, the way he throws the ball really doesn't make sense at all. And he's on my side, because I'd probably be losing my mind if I play against him.
Man, no, it's still got to be tough just facing them every day. Well, okay, so you wrap up OTAs, you'll have mini camp, and then of course you'll get a little bit of time off before training camp. So what do you have planned for the summer, and what do you enjoy doing in your downtime?
Well, I mean, in this time, I'm really I'll be proud to be back home in Virginia. I'll be working out, as well as a few events I'll be partaking in, some little camps that I volunteer in. There's this camp that Mike Tomlin, the head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers, he does every year back home. And ever since last year, I've been volunteering for it. I'm gonna do it the same thing this year.
Great. What's that all about?
Really, it's just a lot of things. It's always a big turnaround. And when it comes to that July weekend, there's little seminars from just things about mental health. It's a player seminar for players that have been in the league or are in the league, pretty much saying like how it kind of goes down the league. Things to really worry about from not even just football, just things off the field. We give out meals for kids, families, things like that, as well as a camp for kids in high school, just to show their abilities and just compete.
That's neat. So, of course, you're going into year number 2, but what has this been like for you being an NFL player and now having this opportunity to give back and stepping into this role of a role model? What's that process been like for you?
I mean, I've been trying to be this type of figure ever since I was in college. When I was at Florida State, they kind of really hammered on how much it really means to really help out in the community, especially your own community. Because they're the ones that really helped you on your journey. So by all means, you might as well help out people that try to help you out when you were going through the struggle, going through the ins and outs of the process against this level. And just people that are just nice to you in general. Like I said, back in college, we were always doing community service. And I always told myself growing up, I always wanted to help out anybody had a chance to. For instance, like last year, during our bye weeks, I went home. It was like a couple of days before Thanksgiving, and I handed out turkeys to one of the neighborhoods.
Nice.
About 100 turkeys and a bunch of other little goodie bags from like snacks for kids when they go to like lunch in school, things like that. That's just something I just felt like I needed to do and wanted to do.
Oh, that's awesome, man. So glad that you're doing that. Derrick Nnadi, our guest right now on Unpacking It, a defensive tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs, heading into his second season with the team. And I'd love to talk about your journey, and one of the parts of your bio that jump out to me the most is the fact that you were the youngest of 7 siblings growing up. So what kind of impact did that have on you and contribute to who you are today?
Well, for starters, a lot of it really thanks to my father. For him, I really don't think I would have this type of mindset with, because for him, for one, he always instilled just how important education was, and just don't settle for average. Try to go above average. Like, for instance, while I was in elementary school, every time I get a C or anything like that, my dad would look at me dead in the eyes like, son, it's not okay to have a C. A C means see ya. There's going to be someone way better than a C. And it hurt my soul every time he told me that. But I really carried on in everything I did, from school to football, because I always try to better myself. Even if I felt like I had a good day at practice or a good game, I would always go back and review and see if there's anything I could have gotten better.
That's cool. So as far as your 6 brothers and sisters, did they play sports? And as you were growing up, looking up to them, what was that dynamic like?
When it comes to sports, 2 of my brothers played football. Only one of them played in college. He played in Norfolk State. From my sisters, one played field hockey, and my other sister did track and field. And of all things, like with them, a lot of things, I just wanted to play football just to play with my brothers. They're the 2 of my brothers that played football in my local high school, Ocean Lakes, and I really just wanted to play with them, because like when we were little kids playing backyard football, like in the neighborhoods, like I was always a dude that no one really wanted to be on their teams. I was be always on the sidelines, just drinking the water. And in the back of my mind, I just kind of just always want to play with my brothers. Thankfully, I got the chance to do it my freshman year in high school when my brother was a senior.
Derrick Nnadi, our guest right now on Unpacking It. And the other cool part of your story is the fact that your parents, they came to America from Nigeria back in the 60s. And so you were born here in America, but what influence did their story of perseverance have on you?
Well, a lot of things that my dad has told me, but one thing I know for sure about my father, he can tell stories. So, stories. You can't see a day, he's gonna tell you some stories. So everything he always tells me, there's always a meaning purpose to the story, and it's always something that sticks to me every time he gives me some little speech of his stories. But a lot of things he always told me is like, even if things are going bad, just keep working. Because at the end of the day, if you keep doing what you have to do and things you got to do, things should turn out in the end.
And a part of that was when they first came over here, they survived on $2,000 for the whole year. And so how does knowing that affect your view of money and really, especially now that you're an NFL player, knowing what your parents went through to even set you up to be able to be in this position as an NFL player?
Honestly, I'm probably one of the cheapest people I've met in my life.
I'm right there with you.
Just for one of those reasons, I'm really stingy just to be smart with my money. Just because, literally every time if there's any type of purchase I make that's kind of a big purchase, I'm always just thinking about. I'm like, do I really need this? Is it a want or a need? Is it really a necessity? If it's just one, I'm like, I can wait till later. Things like that. So anything if I'm going to get a plane ticket, I'm like, okay, what type of price can I get? And let's see if I can get a cheap price. I already know I just need to get there. It doesn't really necessarily mean I don't need no first class. I just need to get there sometimes. Other times I do try to spoil myself, but I don't try to go overboard with it.
No, that's great. And to be able to think back to what your parents went through and to instill in you to understand the value of money, I think is incredibly important, and so really cool to hear. Derrick Nnadi, our guest right now on Unpacking It, and so love hearing about your family and talking a little football with you, but we also love talking faith here on Unpacking It, and so we'd love to hear a little bit about your faith journey, and would love to know maybe some ways that Jesus has changed your life and had an impact on you.
I was always kind of to myself because I was kind of the biggest dude and no one really wanted to talk to me. And literally the times I just felt alone, I don't know, I just literally had a vision, or I don't know how to describe it. And it was just a thought. It came to my mind, it was kind of a voice in the back of my head saying, if you're ever really alone, I would just go to this elementary school or our jungle gym or whatnot. I would just kind of sit there and think, and I kind of felt better because I felt like I was talking to somebody, and for some reason it made me feel better. And so going to middle school, it was kind of the same way. I would really take the time just taking walks, clearing my mind. With my family, we went to church every Sunday, and that really helped me as well. And then going to fast forward to about high school, I want to say my senior year, I was really just trying to. That's when when offers from all these colleges came in, and I was trying to just do everything just to stay grounded from just people being in my ear about oh you're D1, oh you're going to be big, this, that, and the third, and going to just all these other kids just trying to just be in my corner when I know they weren't really the type of people I want to be around. I just really stuck to it, just keep my head grounded. And then going to college, when I was in college, if I would really describe it, was probably the hardest journey I had to go through without really going in depth about it. Just a lot of things that I had to overcome from just being in a verbally abusive relationship. I had to get out of that. A lot of things my parents don't know. I just had to a lot of things I had to really step back from everybody. Even my teammates, I just had to be alone for a little bit just to really concentrate things I had to do. Really just kind of focus in on the things that I had to do to make myself better as a person and as a football player. Going through all 4 years, it was a struggle. I'm not gonna lie, but thankfully I had a lot of great friends around me, a lot of great coaches. I don't know the actual name for it, but our team pastor. I was him up every time I was just going through something, and he really helped me out, like without a doubt. Coming up the year, going through all that, learning all those lessons, I just felt like I could really do anything as long as I keep my mind straight and just stay on the task at hand and just really just block out all the clutter, all the negativity that's trying to come in my circle. And I feel like if I do all that, everything's golden.
So during some of those tough times, as you were learning and growing and going through those lessons, what are some things that God revealed to you just about himself and just the fact that he's always there for us? What were some of those things that as you look back come to mind?
I want to say it was my junior year, going into my senior year. I'm not gonna lie, like my junior year probably the hardest year I had. Going through, I was still like feeling alone in a sense. So I would literally cling to a relationship just so I don't feel alone. But at the same time, I wasn't alone because I had my friends and my family. But mentally, I wasn't hearing that. I wasn't feeling that. So I really just quit the relationship and tried to, if like there were flaws in like a person, because I'm kind of a nice person at heart. So I'll try to fix somebody. It's like there's some issues that they got going on. I'll try to be the person, try to fix it, try to help them with it, even if they're not trying to even do it in ourselves. Me, how I am, I'm stubborn like my father, so I'm gonna keep trying. And really, it's just to a point, I'm ignoring myself and more focusing on them, and that was just bad for me mentally, physically, because it will get to a point that I can't even focus on academics or even on the football field. Even my friends were noticing that. Going through that, there was a time I really felt trapped. I felt alone. I felt like I was really in a dark hole. Like there were times I would literally just be in my room, like just sitting there, teary-eyed, just thinking like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And it was a crazy moment that day. I was in my room, just trying to think, just clear my head, and it was weird. It was a weird moment. So I'm listening to my music, and on my playlist, out of nowhere, played "Imagine Me" by Kirk Franklin. Probably one of my favorite songs.
Nice.
And like after, it was like that one moment when he's saying like this song is for people like me, those struggle, insecurities, acceptance, self-esteem. And when he got to that phase, that some part of the song, like it made me feel better. And at the same time, I got this weird thing on my phone. Like it was a text message from like one of the girl I was with, and I was like, whatever the message was, at that point, I was just telling myself, I can't do this no more. Like I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of this. And for some reason, that song really just kind of opened up, like something that was just in the back of my head, like giving me more like freedom to really just say what's on my mind, say what needs to be said, and really just stand out in a sense. And just like I listen to that song almost every day to this point, because it just kind of gets me at ease in a sense when I'm really feeling troubled. And just every now and then I don't even need to listen to the song. I just read the song, and it kind of helps me feel better. And from there, I just really every blue moon, I have the Bible next to my bed, and I'll literally just grab it just to read one sentence, something to just get me going, like in case I'm just struggling. Like for instance, there's a song I remember singing in church when I was a little kid, and every time I'm like something's trying to bug me, I'll keep in my head. I'll just say to myself, no storm can shake my inmost calm. While to that rock I'm clinging, and I just really just keep my head focused on what I'm doing, no matter whatever is trying to bug me.
Man, well, no, I appreciate you sharing all that and being transparent. And I know that people can identify with a lot of those feelings and emotions, feeling alone, feeling like people are against us, and being able to recognize God as that rock that's there for us, and he'll find ways to encourage us. Sometimes it's through music and always through his word. And so, man, that's really cool to hear your story. And let's end it right there, and really just appreciate you being a part of the show and for coming on and sharing your heart with us here on Unpacking It. So Derrick, wish you the best the rest of the way in the off season, and can't wait to see what you and the Chiefs do in your second year in the NFL. So thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, there's Derrick Nnadi joining us here on Unpacking It.
For more information about the show, our events, and other resources, visit unpackinit.com. That's UNPACKINIT.com. We hope you are encouraged, inspired, and challenged by what you heard today. To support our show and Unpacking It Ministries with a financial gift, visit unpackinit.com/donate. We look forward to unpacking sports, faith, and life with you again next week.